Hello guys, Gobble Lego here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a room tour video of my Lego collection. So this is the current state of my Lego collection. As you can see, we've got one shelf here, got some Lego there, up on the top shelf, and some more over there. So I just want to make a quick overview video to show you what my collection looks like at the start of 2024. So without further ado, let's start taking a look at the collection. So starting at one of the first areas by the door, I have some of my sets here underneath my wardrobe, which is just an open face wardrobe. So it has a little bit of space at the bottom to put some Lego sets. It looks a bit empty at the minute because I took apart a couple of sets that are on here that I didn't want on display anymore. So I'm going to have to replace those with something. But over here we have the Legacy Tournament of Elements set from 2021 or 2022, I believe. And I've just customized some of the figures to make them look a bit more like the originals. Because I prefer the original faces for Lloyd and the original hair for Cole, but I left Jay and Kai as is. As well as some of the Elemental Masters and the custom Ash over here, which I made in about 2015. Then we got some CMFs here, some of the Looney Tunes, and I think that's from Series 18, the Red Dragon, as well as the Carrot Guy, I think from Series 24 or something like that. Then probably one of my favourite sets, especially Dragons-wise, is the Legacy Fire Dragon from 2021. So the way I've got him set up is just to make it look like he's coming out of a cave, which is quite cool. And because otherwise he's quite difficult to sort of pose without taking up too much room or looking awkward. So this is quite a good spot for him. Then we got the 2017 Joker car in the back there, the Lowrider as well, as the Mandalorian in a speeder. Now moving along, just next to it is sort of my desk, and I've got the Jurassic Park diorama set, which is really cool. So that's that, yeah. And as well the T-Rex from, I think, also Series 24, just sort of accompanying the main T-Rex chasing down Ian Malcolm. So that's quite funny, as well as behind that the Water Dragon. And as well as the Jelly Sub from the Ninjago movie, which is quite dusty now. I probably should dust that soon. So yeah, that's some of the Lego here. Then moving up a shelf is one of the higher shelves on the top of the wardrobe. We have a Tech Deck car there that's remote controlled. As well as probably one of my favourite sets ever, which I got back in 2017, is the Lego Ninjago movie Lloyd Dragon. That is just such a cool set. I still have so many nostalgic memories of getting this. It's just such a great build and still one of the best dragons to this day. Then moving along, we got two of the Sonic Brickheads. We got Tails and Sonic himself, as well as Jay's Elemental Dragon from Skybound. And behind those, we have some season or pilot season sets. We have the Chopper motorcycle, as well as the Turbo Shredder. They're kind of hidden behind these snow globes that I get for Christmas. So that's them. Up there, it's quite hard to see, but now let's move on to the sort of main areas. So this is the highest shelf in my room, and this has some of my bigger sets on it because they're a bit harder to display in the cube shelves. So if we just start over here, I've got some of my Star Wars sets on display. I've got the Baby Yoda, Porg and Buildable Yoda on display down the corner, as well as the Brickheads for Mando and Baby Yoda, as well as Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Then behind those, I sort of don't really have a space for it, and I don't want to take it apart, is the Dagobah diorama. But I think I might have to take it apart to make some space. But then we've got some of my bigger Monkey Kid sets, especially the, I think it's the Ultra Monkey King mech, I can't remember the name, as well as the Macaque mech there. Those are two of my favourite Monkey Kid sets up on display. Those are really cool and look really nice on the top shelf. As well as the Overlord Dragon, probably one of the best smaller scale dragons that they've made in recent history. So that's just up there as well. Then we've got two of my Mario sets. We got the Mighty Bowser and the Piranha Plant. Those will look really nice on the top shelf, especially Bowser looking down upon the room. And we got some of the buildable characters there from the blind boxes. I've just got a couple of those. Got the Golden Ultra Dragon from Crystallize. That's pretty cool up there, as well as probably my favourite dragon in my collection is the Griefbringer or Skull Sorcerer's Dragon. That looks really cool on the top shelf, especially with the wings. And we got the Heatwave Transforming Dragon. The only Harry Potter set I have built is the Hungarian Horntail because it just looked cool and it was on sale. The Raid Zeppelin from Skybound and Lloyd's Legendary Dragon, as well as some of my brother's football trophies, if anyone's interested in those. So yeah, I've mostly just got some of my bigger sets, especially my bigger dragons up there because I don't want to take them apart. But I might start taking apart the Heatwave Transforming Dragon and the Hungarian Horntail because I'm not really a big fan of the Heatwave Lava Dragon, after having it built from last year, just sort of wasn't my thing. It looked good in the photos, but as a finished product, I'm not too sure on it. But the Hungarian Horntail looks awesome, but it takes up quite a lot of room, and I want to put some other sets up there. So now let's move over to the main displays. So sort of one of the main displays is sort of on top of my Rankin Dragon's enclosure. Here she is in there, just sort of walking around. She's still burr mating. So if anyone's interested in reptiles at all, but you're here for the Lego probably. So here's some more of my Monkey Kid sets, and this is sort of the theme I got interested in last year because of reading the original Journey to the West book, and these sets are just absolutely amazing. So we've got the Dragon of the East here. I've done a review on my channel, so if you want to check it out, it's up on my channel. This is one of the most unique dragons I have. It's quite an interesting build, especially the colour scheme and the sort of overall idea of it. We've got some minifigures. I've got the 1989 Batman from a Lego comic, so I'm really happy to have that, as well as the Joker from the recent Burton Batmobile, and a Hawkeye minifigure from the new CMF. I didn't really want this one. I was trying to get Wolverine, but obviously because they're blind boxes, it's difficult to tell what you're getting. Then just behind here is the Monkey Kid Secret Hideout. I really like this set. This is a set I'd recommend, especially for the price. It's quite a big build. I think it's about £90. But it's just got so many stunning details, especially I like really like the Maze Workshop and the Pigsy's Noodle Store up top. Then just moving along, this is a set I got for Christmas, and wow, this is just an amazing set. It's so beautiful. It's the Dragon of the East Palace. So this is obviously based off of the original book of when Sun Wukong, or Monkey King, goes to find new armor and weapon, and obviously he lands on the golden hoop staff, which is sort of faithful to the original description in the book, where it can basically transform from super small to giant at the user's command. So yeah, it's just such a stunning set, and obviously it can open up and all that. But I really like it. It stands out. It's quite a nice centerpiece. It's kind of covering the other two sets, so I hopefully would like to get a new shelf soon, so we can also see Flower Fruit Mountain, which is also one of my favourite sets. I was able to get this for, I believe, less than retail for second hand, but it was basically brand new. Only built once, and obviously I bought it for about £120 on eBay. But wow, this is also another stunning sort of scenery set, and is also based off of the original Journey to the West book. So it's a set I sort of wanted to have, because that is probably my favourite book I have and have read. Then we've got the Legacy Lightning Jet, probably one of my favourite Legacy sets, because I had the original but had to throw it away. But the way they redone it in 2019 is just amazing. And as well, from the Monkey Kid Hideout set is the Golden Winged Eagle with his really cool side build. So he's sort of fallen off the shelf recently, so he's a bit funny looking. Here we got Ras's little bike from the Heatwave Lava Dragon. We got the outer one down here because it's just quite awkward to store, and you can see me in the windscreen there. Hello. But yeah, I really want to put this on the shelf, but it's such an awkward one to display because it's either just in front of everything, or you can't see it very well because you have to display it like this on the shelf, and it doesn't look great. I don't want to be able to see all the details, but it's just quite an awkward set to display at the moment for me. Then we've got that from the new EGOT Master Dragon. That's a really cool side build. Then we've got some of the Dragon Ball Z cast here as the mini Funko Pops. We've got like Shenron Tien, Piccolo, Chaozu, probably one of my favourite ones. But the Shenron's really cool. So this is not Lego, this is just something I'm also interested in Dragon Ball. So we've got some of the characters like Bubbles and King Kai, Raditz, Vegeta, Nappa, if anyone is interested in that. So that's some more of my Lego collection. So now let's get onto the meat and potatoes of the collection. So this is my main display. It's two cube shelves that are 2x4, and they're just sort of stacked on top of each other. So I've got a lot of sets in here, some mostly Ninjago, but some Star Wars, as you can see. So I'm going to start from the bottom up. And just a quick thing, these are sets that I'm trying to make room for, which is why I'm currently taking sets apart. We got Zane's new car. Really pleasantly surprised with that set. It's really a great set. You got the Master Dragon, probably one of my favourite sets of the year so far. Just such an interesting design. Probably my favourite set is May's Dragon Mech. So I'm going to be making a review of this and EO's Master Dragon soon. So stay tuned for those if you're interested in those sets. So without further ado, let's move on to the collection. So here we have the Crystal King with the T-Rex from one of the 2018 sets. I I kind of want to put him with the rest of the Ninjago, but because of his size, he's like really awkward to put with other things inside these small cubes, so he's just sort of on his own at the minute. Then we got one of probably my favourite Jurassic Park set is the Jeep Wrangler with Dennis Nedry and the Dilophosaur. And that just depicts a really nice scene. We've also got the East Dock sign there. Then this is a bit more of a messy shelf. It was just a skybound shelf, but we got Tiger Widow Island back there with some of the minifigures on it. We got all the minifigures, all the characters that went to Tiger Widow Island in the show. So from Jay, Lloyd, Nia, and Cole. But they're being intercepted by Nudakhan and Flintlock, as well as the Tiger Widow Spider, even though it has 6 legs. Then we got Dogshank that came with the set. The Sky Shark, which is looking awfully dusty now. I need to probably wash that, but I don't want to take it apart because it's such an iconic set to me. It's so nostalgic. As well as the Desert Lightning from Hands of Time. That's quite a cool set as well, but I might take that one apart because it's just sort of randomly placed in a display it doesn't belong in. But I don't want to take these apart. These are some of my minifigure displays that I made. I'm going to make a video on these soon. And it's just basically little vignettes that are based around their element, and they just sort of stand on them like that. And I've got the little action pose pieces. So I made it for all the ninja other than Lloyd at the moment. But anyway, moving on, we got some more of a random shelf, just sets that don't fit with other sets. We got Sora's transforming mech jet bike thing. That's a cool set. The Overlord or the Crystal King from the Golden Dragon. Some Monkey Kid side builds. I might take those apart, but I actually quite like those, so I'm not too sure. The Imperium Wolfhound. Lloyd and Aaron's team mech. This is probably one of the weirdest sets I own, but probably one of the coolest because it's just so unique. But it looks really cool in that shelf just back there. And we got another one of these minifigure display things, but for Garmadon this time. This is probably one of my favourite ones that I've ever made. So moving along again. So I'm trying to rush through these so it's not too long of a video. Another sort of random shelf of sets that didn't quite fit with others, or just overflow. We got the Firestone mech right here. We got Zane's Golden Jet from Crystallize, as well as the 1960s Batmobile. That's one of my favourite sets ever, because it's just such a cool piece of like pop fiction history, and it's just a nice build, to be honest. This shelf has some of my 2013 sets. We have the Golden Dragon, the original, as well as the Temple of Light and the Golden Ninja mech for Lloyd, as well as Kai's mini fire mech, as well as the Legend Beast from Chima the Gorilla, and as well as the Aston Martin Valkyrie, which I might take apart soon because it's just sort of randomly placed in this shelf and I don't really have a space for it, even though I really like this set, or the car build. And then we have a side build from the Water Dragon from earlier, just with the amulet. I thought it was just a nice little display piece, so I didn't want to take it apart or put it in a bag. Then this is one of my main mech shelves. So we got a random rabbit here, which might have to come apart, but other than that, this is mostly themed around mechs. So we've got the Legacy Titan mech for Zane. So that's probably one of my favourites there. Just such a great model and really good posability. Jay's Electro mech from Tournament of Elements. Lloyd's Titanmech, which is such a cool design. I recently went back and bought this one because I didn't pick it up when it was originally released. And we also have Jay's Titanmech back there, which is kind of covered by Zane's Titanmech, but I don't want to take it apart. Then we've got some more mechs. We've got the Samurai X mech from Crystallize, which is absolutely massive. It's so cool. The only problem I have with it is that sort of joints on the elbows are so loose now, even after having it for only about a year. Got the original Titan mech as well as the possessed Samurai X mech. Those were a combo set. And we got the Aston Martin Vantage, probably my favourite Speed Champion set other than the Countach. The 2012 Hulk, just sort of kicking about here, he sort of fits with the green aesthetic of this shelf. And the Ninja Nightcrawler, which is another set I went back and bought because I missed when it originally released. So that's really nice to have. Then here's one of my Star Wars sets. We just have the 2019 Millennium Falcon. It was just sort of like a dream and goal of mine as a LEGO collector to have at least one Millennium Falcon in my collection. So I was happy enough to get this back in 2020 for my birthday. And it's probably the best play scale Millennium Falcon we've got ever. I've replaced the minifigures with the original trilogy cast, so there is some of the original characters in there. We've got Han and Chewie. Then we got the Carnotaurus from also the 2018 Fallen Kingdom sets. Then another Star Wars shelf, which is sort of like a Boba Fett shrine other than one set and one thing. And that's the 2019 20th Anniversary Slave 1. his buildable helmet, the recent mech which comes with that really highly detailed minifigure which is just amazing, and the microphoto which comes with the new style, Mandalorian style Boba Fett, as well as the Mario Odyssey Bowser amiibo. Then continuing with the Star Wars theme, we got another sort of Imperial theme shelf with two of my favourite models, the TIE Fighter from 2018, as well as Baby Yoda standing on it, and the recently released TIE Bomber, which is the first one in like almost 20 years. So I got that for Black Friday, which was a nice deal. As well, I got this from my brother for Christmas, the Stormtrooper mech, which is like the Boba Fett one. And then we have Darth Vader's helmet here. Moving on, we just got some of my surplus minifigures. I'm going to put these away soon, but I just want to keep them out display because I've got them recently and they just look really cool. Especially the Master Lloyd here is probably my favourite. As well as Dragon's Rising Cole and this Ras minifigure. But behind them, we got the UCS R2D2 from 2022, I believe. I got that for my birthday the same year or the year after, I'm not too sure. And as well, a gift from my dad is the Luke X-Wing pilot helmet, which is actually a pleasantly surprising one because I wasn't really a big fan of the open face style compared to all the closed face helmets that they've done, but it's actually a really nice model. Then behind there we have Zane's Tumbler, which is just sort of kicking it back there. Another set which kind of is blocked, but I don't want to take it apart. Then we kind of have a coal shelf with some of my coal sets. But up first we have the Lion Dancing guy from Brickheads, as well as Sun Wukong Brickheads. Those are two of my favourite Brickheads I have. But we have his car from Crystallized. I've already forgotten the name because it's not the best set of all time, but it goes with the shelf. And I quite like the orange aesthetic of it, but not a great set. And probably my favourite coal set is the Legacy Boulder Blaster. I loved the original when it came out and never got it, but then they obviously made it in Legacy, and now I have this one, and it's probably 10 times better than that one, and I just love it. And I've also put the sort of older style Zukin Robes Cole in there with his hairpiece. And the recently reviewed on my channel, the Elemental Earth Mech, just sort of chilling here because he is a coal set. So then moving on, we have some of my island sets, and we have this really cool display plaque that I got from the Lego VIP system. It was like 1,200 points or something, and it just looked really cool, and I thought it'd be really cool to stick in the shelf to go with the sets. So here we have Jay's mech from the Battle Pack, as well as this 2024 Yoshi set. But this set here, the Jungle Dragon, is what got me back into Ninjago in 2021, 2022, I think it was 2021 actually. And after not collecting the theme from about like 2019 or 2018, I saw the set in a review and thought, oh, that looks really cool. And I remember finding it on sale, so I bought it. And it's just sort of reinvigorated that passion I had for the theme. And just like, this is such a nice build as well. Super unique for dragons, and I love the colour scheme. And then probably one of my favourite playsets is the, I can't remember the name, but it's the Islanders island. It comes with Chief Mamatas and some of his cultists, or like protectors. But we've got some of the island minifigures down there, some more. That thing from the Water Dragon, and Zane's little mini catamaran. Then moving on, another sort of random shelf, we have May's Dragon from last year in the summer, as well as some Speed Champion sets, some of my favourite ones, especially the Countach there, as well as the Burton Batmobile. Now, some of the last rows is we have my mini crystallized display. I'm going to make a video on this soon because there's something I want to talk about this, and as well as this one down here. Basically, I've got most of my figures displayed on the Crystal King Temple because I just feel like it creates a really nice scene. We got Lloyd in the captured sort of area. We got all the dragon minifigures. I actually got this one exclusively from a comic, so I'm really glad I got that. I didn't have to buy the set. We got Jay's bike back there. Well, there's some of the villains. All main villains are here except for General Mr. F. Then last cube is the Anacondri Temple with Chen up there and Klaus. The Legacy Eyes, or just some of the minifigures out and about. You got Cole's Boulder Blaster, which was with the other Cole sets, but I need to move some of that stuff around. And as well as the original Jungle Raiders. So this is all the cube shelves now. Let's move up to the top. So we got Zane's Minor Creature. This is one of my favourite sets from Master of the Mountain, because rhinoceroses are probably one of my favourite animals, and just such a funny thing to just have a rhinoceros build. and it actually just looks really good. So that's that there. We got the Temple of the Energy Dragon Cores, probably one of the most beautiful sort of temples Lego's done for Ninjago. We got some of the minifigures down there. Up there, Kai fighting Beatrix and Neo about to jump on and throw a spear at Beatrix. So that's a really nice set. And we got the City of Lanterns, which I feel like goes well with the Ninjago City Markets, which I'll get onto in a minute. But yeah, we got some minifigures down there. We got the train conductor saying hello. We got Cole in there. We got Goliath, I think that's his name. Kai and an Imperium guy fighting in the Panda store. That's quite funny. I don't know where MK is, actually. MK and May. Oh, they're down here. So he's in there somewhere. And May is somewhere as well. She's over there by the bubble tea taking a selfie. That's quite funny. Then we got some of my Dragon Ball Z full-size pop figures. We got Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan Goku, and Piccolo, probably my favourite character, as well as Vegeta. Then behind those, got the Hydra Bounty. Another sort of awkward set to display because it's just so long. I can't display it front-facing because it just doesn't fit on the shelf. But one of the sets I was pleasantly surprised with, I never had really any interest in it, but ended up getting it because it was retiring and was quite a lot on sale, so I bought it. Then we have Chang'ang's sort of rabbit set. I can't remember the actual name for her. Here she is with a Space Pixie and a Mohawk Mo. That's a really weird set I never expected to get, but I got it for Christmas and it's actually quite cool, especially the little rabbit build. And then we got some minifigures from the new series. I was especially looking after that Triceratops one and was able to get it on my first try, so I don't have to buy any more. So that's good. Then we have some of my Dragon Ball Z figurines. This is a model kit of Vegeta, Broly, Saiyan Saga of Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Goku from the Buu Saga, and as well as Dragon Ball Super Superhero Piccolo. Then behind here, this is one of the best sets I think I've ever bought. And I was actually able to get this for £50 in the UK when it was retiring, so probably one of the best Lego deals I've ever gotten. I've just got Wu up at the front here. We got some more of the minifigures in the car. This is a bit dark, so it's hard to see. But yeah, they're just kicking it on there. Then, definitely my favourite set ever. Saved up a lot of money for this for quite a long time is Ninjago City Gardens. So I'm going to do a brief overview on this because I want to look at it in more detail with the way I've got it set up. But this set is just absolutely beautiful. Such a staggering piece. Probably the biggest, yeah, it's the biggest Lego set I've ever built. We've got some of the minifigures. We've even got some cameos from MK, who's delivering some Pigsy's noodles over there, and he's running to Garmadon. We got Pixel trying to chase down this thief, Chin's noodle shop, and then Raz chasing down Lloyd when he's jumping off the building there, so that's really cool. We got Toucan as well. We got some more figures down here, but yeah, that is my Lego collection for 2024. So I'm going to make an update video probably around the middle of the year or at the end of the year to see how my collection has changed. So if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.